Hey everybody, can y'all hear me? Everybody hear me? Doesn't seems like everything should be working. Don't know how much of a lag we got. All right, good. Thomas Crypto Nickles says we got audio. So, like I said, we got some customer wrapped nickels. It's hard for me to get any boxes now since the coin shortage. Every time I go to my normal order banks, I get told that they're not allowed to order anything extra. So I was able to go take a box to a dump place and swap out for customer wrapped rolls. So I figured, hey, we'll go through these and see what we got and see if we got anything interesting, or it could be just a real big bust. Who knows? But I mean, you just never know with customer wrapped rolls what you're going to get. Got some of the older ones that I already see on here. I'm going to move the camera back a little bit. There we go. That way we can see what's going on. How's everybody doing? Jimmy Licardi, how you doing? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I could complain, but probably nobody would listen. Have y'all been doing well? Done anything interesting this weekend? Well, I watched a little bit of Penny Dog's channel today. But we replaced a window in the house because we thought it was going to make it match the other two windows and the amount of tinting that was on the window. But unfortunately, that turned out to be a bust. We bought a new window, put it up there, and it's the exact same thing. There's not much tinting on it. Oh, we got our first find though. We found a 19 and 51 in the box, and we're only one row in. Linda Wallace, hey, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. And it's out of Philadelphia. We'll put that underneath the scope here, just because we don't have anything to put under the scope at the moment. But we have a 1951. So that gets us on the board with something, at least tonight, in these. Edwin Valdez, I guess that's how it's spelled, or Vanquiz. I probably butchered it, I apologize. But Edwin, thank you for showing up to the channel. I don't think I've seen you in here before, but I appreciate it. Oh, here we go. We got a 1939. Come on, get you to focus. Eat up a lot. Let's flip it over and see what it is. 1939, but I do not see a mint mark. Go to the scope here a second. No, nothing. But we got a 1939. You can't be mad at that, getting that old of a coin. So 1 in the 30s. Not too bad. 2 finds in the first roll of nickels that we found here, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Anybody do anything interesting today? I'm thinking about tomorrow morning heading out and doing some magnet fishing, and we'll see what that comes up with. I'll probably make a couple videos on that tomorrow, because I got my new magnet in. Bought me a 1,200 pound full magnet, along with, it's got a grappling hook and about 100 feet of cord to it. So we'll see what brings up tomorrow. I got a couple of places I've been scoping around here. Close. This one's got an older looking ender on it. I'm anxious to see what that one is. Doesn't have a mint mark on the back, but I was right. I knew it was going to be an oldie. In 1953, out of Philadelphia, because it was reverse side up. That makes another one in the 50s that we've got a hold of. Wouldn't it be great if we find an actual buffalo in these customer wrap rolls? That would be awesome. Or war nickel. That would be even better, because it's silver. For those of you who don't know, the bots are up and running if you wish to play with them. If you want to see what the commands are, you can hit exclamation point comms, and you could have fun playing the ice game or whatever else you'd like to do. And if you're not subscribed to my channel and you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and hit that like button, which would be great. Yep, here we go. I thought it was an over. It's out of Denver. And it's a 1942 out of Denver. Look at that, guys. It's a beauty. It'd be better if it was a war nickel, but it is not. But it is 1942, so you can't be mad at that. And I looked at the mint mark on this because there is a D over horizontal D. So let's zoom in on this, but I don't believe this is. It looked pretty, like a pretty good strike. A little bit. Yeah, I don't think that's a pretty good clean strike there. So I don't think that that is the D over horizontal D of the 1942. But hey, again, can't be mad at getting another another one in the our first in the 40s. Pretty cool. Yep, I thought so. I poked this one out. 1957. I knew that one looked pretty old. And it is also out of Denver. That makes another one out of the 50s. Still doesn't beat that 1939 though. Not yet, anyway. That's 3 in the 50s that we got. And we're only 3 rows in. How do you cook a magnet? Well, you don't cook a magnet. It's not that kind of fishing. Matter of fact, when I was talking to one of my coworkers at work, that's what they said. What kind of fish is a magnet fishing? And I was like, no, you take an actual magnet out and throw it in the water and see what you can fish around for and find. Hair lint. That's why we use gloves. This one looks pretty old. I'm gonna flip it over. It doesn't have a mint mark on it. You can see, but it looks pretty old. Let's flip it over together and see what we got. And it was nothing but a 1970D. But it looked kind of old from the back. Guess it just had some wear to it. But I do see we do have another oldie in here. And it's a 1956. And it is out of Denver. So another Denver mint. That makes 4 in the 50s that we've picked up in this box. We're just blowing them out here today with this customer wrapped box. So it's on an old one. Nope. That looks pretty old, but it's nothing but a dirty 64. Well, you know, Linda Wallace, as far as cooking a magnet, I'm sure if you put it down into a devil forge long enough, you could probably actually cook it. and melt it back down. So I guess there is a way that you can cook a magnet. Oh, found another one. We got 1956. There. And it is out of Denver again. Another one out of Denver. We are blowing up these. '50s. Of course, that's usually what I find anyway in boxes. Yep, I thought so. We found a 1970 not coming up well on the microscope, but it's a S mint. Blow that up to the coin cam. Yep, there you go. 1970 S mint nickel. That's pretty cool. I don't. That one's out of San Francisco. I always put that in the miscellaneous column when I find the S mint nickels, unless it's a true proof, and I don't believe these are true proof. 39 back in there. I wonder if you can hear all my dogs barking. I don't know what they're barking at, but hey, they're out running around barking. Anyway, got any plans for tomorrow? That I'm going to probably go try to do some magnet fishing, but anybody else got anything interesting going on? Well, somebody joined back. Hasn't said anything in the chat, but thank you. Evenly liked lurkers, whether you're lurking or participating. That's great. We are hunting customer wrapped coins because I can't find so far. They won't let me order any boxes. All right, let's dump this. Oh, I found another 1970 S mint nickel. There's another one. S on it, as you can see. That makes two 1970 S's that we found. It's pretty cool. Set up here on the board. We got 5 people watching. That's great. I appreciate y'all being here and participating in the channel. And if you haven't done so already, please give me one of those great thumbs up. Oh, I found a swampy 1957. Look at this. Come on, focus. Look at that, guy. Talk about a very, very swampy 1957 out of Denver. But another in the 50s. Well, just W, I appreciate you that you're still watching and keeping up with my channel as well as you're doing whatever you're doing, even if you're flipping back and forth to other people's channels. That's all good. You know, I've always said that before when I started this channel that I'm going to be hunting these things anyway. I might as well film it and see if somebody gets anything out of it. So that's what we're doing. It's an interesting looking one. But it's a 1972. Nothing to be right home about. I may have stumped / broken the bot. How so? Is the bot not answering? Let's see. Over here and see if I can test it. Well, Stream Elements is in, and so is Nightbuck, but you're right, I don't see Streamlabs. But we did find a 1959. And it is out of Denver. That mint marker over there. Add another one to the 50s. And I'll restart the bot and see if that doesn't fix that. We're all here up to 7 out of the 50s. And we ain't got through the first row of this box. All right, I just restarted the Streamlabs bot. So let's see if that comes back online. Usually it takes about 5 minutes or so before it might show up again. Let's see if that took care of it. What? All right, looks like the bot's back up. So I got that fixed. So there you go, just W. You can now take a look at it. Evidently that barking, if y'all heard that through the thing, evidently somebody was letting off fireworks again around here and scared the dogs and they're barking. The dogs do not like fireworks. For sure. Oh my gosh, guys. You're not going to believe it. You are not going to believe it. And these custard wrapped rolls. Look what we got. We got 1944 war nickel. Yep, that's right. War. And get it to focus. Come on. Come on. There we go. Out of Philadelphia, we have a war nickel. 1994. 1944. Boom, we found silver in this box. I can't believe it. This customer wrapped. That's one for the war nickel and one for the 40s. Well, you can't be mad at that. We're only 9 rows into this box, and we actually found a war nickel in this thing, which, you know, that really surprises me. I can't believe it. But that is outstanding. Matter of fact, let's put that sucker right there. You can't be mad having a war nickel in a box. So you know what that means, and that means now it's up the ante. We got to find a buffalo. in here now. Got to find. There's an old one, 1958. It looks like it's got bubble gum on it. Look at this, guys. 1958 bubble gum. And it is out of Denver. $1958. Another one in the 50s. Box is really heating up. Oh, another one in the 50s, 1953. Out of Denver. I can't believe that we ended up with a 4 nickel in this thing. Probably the first breaking my streak on nickels, because I haven't had a war nickel or a buffalo in a pack for probably quite some time. That is awesome. It looks pretty old. It was just a 66. See if we can find some more stuff. 64. $77, 2001. Not bad that we found a war nickel. Now if we can find some more, that would be great. For those. He's sitting here in silent, just counting coins. All right, starting on the second row of these. It looked really, really shiny, so I was wondering if that was a 2020 coin. I haven't seen much 2020 coins. I've seen a few, and we got a bunch of still like a box and a half of the America Samoa back quarters. If anyone is interested in purchasing a whole roll of 2020 P-minted, bankrolled American Samoa coins, send me an email to the email right over there, and we'll work out something. So that was going to be an oldie, but it turned out to be a tricky 1964. And they're always usually tricky 1964s. It'll be interesting to see if I get any 2009s in these. Guess we'll see. That was an awful slick one. 1996. Whew, awful worn for just a 1996. I guess somebody was using that as a worry coin. Now, the other thing we have not found in these rows is any foreign coins yet. This is an old one. Let's flip it over. Turns out to be a 62. Well, we found a 1955. Another one in the 50s that we have found. You know, 1955. And it is out of Denver as well. We are already up to the double digits in the 50s. Definitely having a good night tonight with these. We're up to 6 watching. Thank you for joining. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you'll hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed to me, to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you know when I'm streaming or when my new videos come out. That would be great. As we try to inch our way closer and closer to that ever big number of 500, so I can give away that ounce of silver that I got stuck back for the 500 subscriber mark. 1956. Well, that looks like an oldie. Turns out to be, of course, 64. Got excited there for a second. Hoping that we would have found something there. But who knows? Hopefully in the next row. Alright, guys. But hey, you know, one in the 30s, one in the 40s, 10 in the 50s, and one more nickel. You know, you just can't be mad at that. No matter what you do. Oh, found another 1970 S Mint right there. That makes 3 of those we found. Put that war nickel back underneath there. That's definitely better than just the 1970 S Mint. That makes 3 of those. Any of y'all been watching any interesting TV shows or anything? Oh, actually a 4th one. Makes 4 of these 1970 S Mint nickels that we found so far in this box. Back right. There we go. That makes 4 of those. My wife and I just got through watching on Hulu a TV show called, I think, The Mick. It's interesting. Nice little comedy. If y'all are in the mood for that. About this kind of a con artist woman who ends up having to take care of her filthy rich nieces and nephews and all the antics that they get up to, which is, it was a pretty good show actually. If y'all are looking for something to watch, that was pretty good. Another Dirty 64. Another Fooler. Anyone have anything interesting for dinner tonight? We ended up with Chinese for dinner. All right, dump these out. the end of these and see if there's anything in these. This row, almost through the second row of nickels. Oh, it's chewed old egg. This one looks old, and it is. It's a 1946. Got a 1946. It is out of, looks like Philadelphia. Out of Philly. Oh, another one in the 40s. At 12. But 2. That's pretty cool. We're getting there. Four. So it would not be a temporal coin screen unless we had some kind of coin explosion all over the place. Well, we did find a 1957. And that one is out of Philadelphia. That's another one for the 50s that we've gotten a hold of. So that makes our total up to 11 in the 50s. Pretty cool. Wonder who else is out streaming today. Anybody know? A few people was hoping to get back to box battles, but with all the coin shortage, it's been hard for people to come up with coins for it. Looks like an interesting coin right there. Let's pull this out. Dirty 2016. I don't know, Jimmy, did you break the bot again? Maybe it's having a hard time tonight. Either that or I don't have enough people in here using it, and it decides to go somewhere else. So I just rebooted it again. Try it again. Oh, found another 1958. Right there. Out of Denver. Pretty cool. 1958 out of Denver. I think we filled up all these holes across the board. At the top, we haven't filled up all the holes in the banner. Not yet. Let me test it out and see if it's back alive again. Okay, Streamlabs is back up and ready. So it should respond again. I don't know, Jimmy, or not, whatever. Well, that's interesting. Are you joking, Pog? Amp. Hey, that's an interesting response from the bot. He wants to be free. Wants to be free. Be free, coin. Roll for your life. Run away. We are starting now into our third roll. And we have up to 7 people watching. That's awesome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. If you're coming back, thank you for coming back. If you're just joining us, that's awesome too. We are looking through these customer wrapped rolls. Again, we're doing that because trying to find, wow, look how chewed that one is. Skeet coin. Because we can't get any bank wrapped rolls right now. They won't let me have any. But I was able to swap out my box for a bunch of customer wrapped ones. It wouldn't do much of anything else. That's why we are doing customer wrap rolls at this credit union that I got it from. Because my normal bank wouldn't swap me out coins, even though I was doing box for box. They wouldn't even do that. They would take the coins all day long. I could dump there, but they would not let me pick up anything. But I promise you that these coins were not wrapped by me. They were wrapped by some other individual. Oh, found a 1969 S mint right there. That's pretty cool. That's the first 69 S that we've gotten. Jimmy, did you break the bot again? Oh, found a 1958 out of Denver. Can't be mad at that. There's another in the 50s. Making it 12. Oh, found a 1954. That's interesting. The bot is responding, but for some reason it isn't liking heist. That 1954 was out of Philly. It might be because I think it's not heist, it's time heist. Let me go check that real quick. That could be wrong. A while I looked at the modules. No, it is heist. Yep. Bots just might be having a hard time tonight. Oh, found another 1958. Right there. Out of Denver. That's awesome. Making 14 50s that we found. Not a lot in the 50s in this box. Thank you, Jimmy, for hitting that. Hopefully I'll have a few likes in the channel. Can't even see that, it's so swampy. Looks like an 88. Those must be metal detecting nickels. Probably found in the ground. Are we going to need to test the bot again? Has it stopped responding? Maybe the bot's lagging. Oh, we found 1949. Look at that beauty. 1949. And it is out of Philadelphia. Beautiful 49 though. Makes 3 in the 40s. Right. I have no idea why Streamlabs can't function properly. It's probably because it's being weighed down by probably other people's channels, and it probably does analytics based upon where the more people are at and focuses on those versus, you know, a channel such as mine that only has 3 people watching. That would be my assumption. We can do it, but I already see now I got gypped a little bit. I can't be too gypped. But we found a 1989 penny in my nickel rows. So I'm 4 cents short, but with that 4 nickel, I think that makes up for it. I think I didn't get charged too much. Yeah, looks like Streamlabs went back to sleep again. Don't know why that keeps happening. But I just rebooted it again. Like an old one. Just a dirty 92. See if it answers now. Yep, that woke me back up. At least for the next few minutes. Oh, we did find 1952. Yeah. In 1952. No mint mark. So it's out of Philadelphia. It's 15 in the 50s we found. Oh, that's a lot. I think that's running up against how many I've ever found in a box for 50s. Oh, found another 56. 1956. Come on, focus. Doesn't want to focus. Come on, camera. Oh well. Can't get it to focus in on this 56, but it's out of Philadelphia. Making 16. Well, I'm glad you liked it. It's a pretty coin, isn't it? That is a pretty copper round. And I'm glad they finally got there. Now, why it came in after the dime that I sent you, the only thing I can think of is it has to do with weight. That one weighed more than the other one did, and therefore it went slower. Yep, I thought this was going to be old. Turned out to be in 1952. It's almost slick. Look at that. Look at the back of it. I mean, it is almost rubbed slick and a little bit of swampiness. It doesn't look like it's got a mint mark on it. So it's just going to be a 52 out of Philadelphia, which makes it now up to 17 in the 50s that we found. We found a lot of the 50s coins. in this box, and that war nickel, which is awesome. Now, if we can only come up with a buffalo, that would just make my night. Not that I'm going to get upset if I only found the war nickel, but it would definitely be a nice find to find a buffalo in here. However, all the buffaloes I have ever found in circulation have always been at a BB&T branch, actually, where I just randomly went in and said, hey, you got a box of nickels I can buy, and they would give it to me, and lo and behold, there was a bunch of there was a couple of buffaloes in them. But other than that, I have not found any other buffaloes in circulation. This looks like an old, and it is 1955. 55. That's awesome. And it is out of Denver. 55 out of Denver. Now the question is it the D over S? And the strike looks pretty clean. I'm looking at it. But we'll throw it underneath the scope real fast. And no, I don't think so. That full screen. Nope, pretty clean. Pretty clean strike. But it's still a 1955, so that is awesome. You're up to 18 in this box, and again, we are what, 3 rows in? We got 2 more rows to go. We're coming up on the last row of this line. Right here. We can get some more people in the thing. We'll do a giveaway at the end of the stream. That would be nice. We got 6 watching right now. And just lost one. Now, the question is, was that the bot leaving the channel again? Would be the question. Nope, looks like the bot's still responding. Found some more stuff. I'm surprised we found any 2009s in this box so far. We found like none. Usually, I'm at least good for at least one 2009 in a box. Well, there's one that got away. It was probably a Buffalo. Maybe my helper will go look at it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Trying to find some more silver. Fortunately, we're not having some more luck. We did find one silver, but that's all we have found so far. Now we're getting to this box. Slowly but surely. Well, found a 1948. Pretty decent shape out of Philadelphia. Look at that, guys. Get the camera to focus. There we go. 1948 out of Philadelphia. 48 makes 4 in the 40s that we've gotten. Unfortunately, it wasn't a war nickel. A few years off for that. Well, I got cheated for another 4 cents. So we have another a 1996 penny in here. Why couldn't it have been a V nickel or a 3-cent piece or something like that? That would have been an awesome find. So far, not much. $30.64. Oh, found another 1969 S Mint. Makes for another San Francisco miscellaneous. Makes actually 2 of those and 3 of the. Actually, I think it's 3 and 3 each. 369s and 3 7S's. Hey, Just W. What's going on? Have you been lurking in the background? Oh, what are we having for dinner, just of you? And it's okay to float in and out. Float in and out all you wish. I just appreciate you showing up. Sticky 64. Not much else so far, anyway. Well, I appreciate that. I did find a goodie. You see that goodie on the top of the screen? I don't know if you were there when we found that war nickel. Philadelphia mint right there at the top of the screen. We found that in this box. So we can't be too mad since we did find some silver in this box. We still got about 13 more rows to go through. I'm hoping that we're going to find something else good before the end of the night. But what are you having for dinner tonight? You said you're getting dinner ready. So what are we having for dinner? Yep, we did find one more nickel. Well, tacos are always special. You can't beat tacos. Tacos are everything. They're fixing a nice little taco bar up. $19.54, right there. Out of Denver, it looks like. Makes for another $19 in the 50s in this box. And one on the floor. Actually, there's two on the floor. Oh, here's another one, 1959. Another one out of Denver. Look at that, guys. 1959. Denver Mint. That makes 20. 20 nickels in the 50s. That's awesome. I think that's on my personal best in a box. Has been to find 20. I don't think I've found 20 in the 50s in a box. Right. Bring out the map here. Here's one of those two that was 71 and 81 that were dropped on the floor. The other one that was dropped on the floor was in 2018. Not finding anything in this row. Not a thing. Harrison the Cone Guy. Hey guys. Thanks for copying in. See our little war nickel up there at the top? We found a war nickel in these customer wrapped rows, so we can't be mad at that. I appreciate you dropping in and visiting me, and I hope you hit that like button and subscribe if you're not already subscribed to me. A year on the war nickel is, I believe it was 1944. I'll flip it over here. There it is, 1944, out of Philadelphia. That's what it was. Which I was surprised to find in this customer wrapped rolls that I got at the credit union. As I was telling the rest of the guys and people that were on the stream, I'm not allowed to get boxes anymore due to the coin shortage. So because of that, I've been reduced to customer wrap rolls if I can get them. And look what we found here. 1940. Out of Philadelphia. That makes 5 in the 40s that we've gotten so far. 20 in the 50s. Our oldest one was a 1939 that we found, which is pretty nice. So, I mean, you can't be mad at this box. It's been a pretty good box. Now, hopefully we'll get a Buffalo in here before we're done. But we might not. But it'd be cool if we do. You got any big plans? Had any interesting things going on today or tomorrow? Harrison? Oh, found another 1940. Right there. Again, out of Philadelphia. Six of the 40s. Went swimming today. That's cool. We put a window in today and ran some errands. Tomorrow morning, I hope to head out and do some magnet fishing. Hopefully, we'll have some great finds for a video, because I just got my new magnet in. You're absolutely right, Just W. It's always good to get in the 40s, whether we find silver or not. I love finding those older coins. Well, I bought my first magnet I got was only a 250-pound magnet. Because I just didn't know how much I would like it or not. So we went out and we had a pretty good time. I posted that one video of it that we went out and we found that KitchenAid mixer, which still blows my mind today. That we found a KitchenAid mixer in a creek. But there was a couple of times that the magnet would catch on stuff, but I could tell that there was something there, but it just wasn't strong enough to pull it. So I ended up buying another kit off of Amazon, and that one was it's a 1,200-pound pull, and it came with double-sided and also with a grappling hook and gloves and the whole kit. So that's what I'm going to be testing out probably tomorrow and seeing what I can pull up with that thing. You know, it was a little bit of an interesting story. See, I ordered this kit, just got through talking to you over through Amazon, and they said that it would be here, I think it was last week sometime. And I think it's from Muscular Magnetics is the manufacturer of the magnet and the kit. And it was supposed to have been here last week, like I said, but there was some kind of error in shipping, and it went to another sorting facility, and then it just kind of sat there for like a couple of days. It just sat out there. until finally last I called Amazon to find out what the deal was, and they said, well, we're seeing the same thing. It's kind of stuck at this one shipping facility. We'll see if we can't put it in the system to be redelivered and get it out to you. So I was like, okay, fine, that's fine with me. Just go ahead and send it back. You know, I do want it. So I waited most of that day. Oh, found another in the 40s. This one's a 1946 out of Philadelphia. Kind of hard to read that date on the cam, but it's a 1946. And you can't be mad at that. Let's pop this back up. And we're up to 7 in the 40s. So anyway, I called them up and they said they were going to ship it back out. And I said, okay. So later on that day, I ordered something and I went back into my orders to see if it was going to be, when it was going to be delivered. And lo and behold, that one said undeliverable. No coin, no explanation or anything else, just undeliverable. And I just got off the phone with them like a few hours ago. See, Harrison, what are you saying? You're supposed to get rolls. Well, Harrison, I actually can't get rolls. These rolls came from a credit union that I walked in with another box and said, hey, can you swap these out for me? And they said, yeah, sure. My primary order bank actually won't even do it. I asked them if they just swap me box for box because they wouldn't order me any because of the coin shortage. So I was, they wouldn't do anything for me. So that's where these came from. These came out of a credit union around here that actually did let me swap things out. But anyway, back to the magnet story. So I called them back up and I was like, hey, I just called you about this. They said they were going to bring it back out. And they said, well, hold on a second. And they said, well, it looks like it's damaged in shipping. So we're just going to refund your money and you can order another one. And I was like, okay. So I go back out there to Amazon and they're all sold out and they have absolutely no idea when they're going to get any in. It says, sold out, unknown when it's going to come back in. So I reached out to Muscular Magnetics on their website and started chatting with the guy there. And they were real nice and understood what was going on. They said, well, actually, we're going to get a couple of those kits into the office here within the next day. I'll just ship you out one from here. And that's what he did. He actually shipped me one out from there. And so I got that this week. So they were real helpful, real nice. And, so I kind of highly recommend them if you're looking for a magnet. You can't beat their customer service. Yeah, that was really awesome. Yes, that's true. Just W. It is hard to find good customer service. But they were pretty great. I tell you another company that's got awesome customer service, and that's Celestron telescopes. We got one, and we had the binder go out in it, and they were real nice. They said, sorry that it went out. We're going to ship you a new one. But they're all on back order. And since they're all on back order, and they're still on back order today, because I ended up calling them because I was supposed to get it in June. Here it is July, and they said it was still on back order. They actually upgraded me to the next version of that binder, which is supposed to be better than the one I actually had got on this telescope, which was pretty cool. You said you're 20 miles away from me. Are you toward the coast or toward the mountains? There, Harrison. It looks like an old one, and it is. And it is. 1947. Out of Denver. Another one in the 40s. The 40s are catching up. I don't think they'll catch up before the end of the box unless we find a whole row of 40s. But we are up to 8, which is awesome. That is awesome. Another 1970 S Mint. Right there. Come on. Almost had it like 2 seconds ago. Oh, there we go. 1970 S Mint nickel. Add to the bunch. All right, guys, we are down to the last of 4 rows of this. We got 6 people watching, which is awesome. I appreciate all of you. Being in here, hopefully might find a nice something still stuck in there. There we go. Wow. No wonder we're stuck in there. I got chewed up street coin. You can't hardly even make out anything on that coin. or a face. It is chewed all to heck. Yep, got the road rash. I will definitely try. I'm going to try to finish strong. Maybe the last coin in the last row will have a buffalo, and it will just be a mind-blowing end of stream. That would be epic. And all those other people that are not here will really miss it, and when they watch the stream later, they will feel sorry that they wasn't here to see the excitement live. Right, guys? So Harrison, which way in North Carolina are you? You said you were 20 miles from me. So, oh, did you say the coast? Lexington. Gotcha. So yeah, not too far away. Well, I know where that's at. I used to live in Thomasville a while back. Gotcha. I haven't been down to Lexington in a little bit. So I know how that is. I have to check Google Maps and see if there's any good place to magnet fish down there around Lexington. Might have some good spots to check out. Well, NC's doing pretty good. I mean, our numbers we've never stopped climbing uh, in our number of cases of COVID or anything like that. Uh, we have kind of stalled into the governor's phase 2, which is, we have mandatory masks here. So anytime you're out in public or anything, you have to have a mask on. But whether the governor will go into phase 3 before the end of the month or not is still left to see. I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But I suspect that we're either going to stay where we're at or go back into quarantine. I don't know what Harrison thinks, but with the numbers, keeping on climbing the way they are, it wouldn't surprise me. I think we're up to, I don't know, I think I heard it was like 1,000 in the hospital right now. I know I'm pretty done with it. I'm ready for it to be over. Just like probably everybody else is. Well, we are on our last row. And so far, it's not looking good for finishing strong. Yeah, we are just waiting it out. And hoping that the numbers go down with all this, mandatory mask. If it starts to trickle back off in the next couple of weeks, then I can see us holding the way we are with mandatory mask going on. But I guess we'll have to wait and see how that goes. Yeah, I hear you, Harrison. I'm the exact same way. I'm done with it. I'd like to go on vacation and not have to worry about anything and just get back to something normal. But it is what it is, so we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. Well, guys, that's the end of that box. Pretty awesome. I mean, we ended up with one in the 30s, 8 in the 40s, and a whopping 20 in the 50s. And of course, this great war nickel that we found, which is awesome. And 7 miscellaneous, which were 1969s and 1970 S mints. So I've decided for the end of stream, my good fortune is going to be y'all's good fortune. So I'm going to give away this war nickel that we found, the 1944 Philadelphia war nickel. So if you are sitting around and just lurking, I suggest you make a comment, and we'll use the random comment picker. And of course, as always, Super Lab Chick is unable to win due to her status and familiarity with the channel. Not fair, she says. Not fair. So there's just W. Actually, that's probably everybody. There's 3 people watching, so it's just going to be just W, Harrison the coin guy. So you got a 50-50 watch chance of winning the war nickel that we found. So I'll give it a couple more seconds, see if anybody jumps in here that kind of jumped out. to wrap it up. If not, then we will get to it and hop in and do the winner of the live stream. Yeah, it was pretty good for customer rolls. I was shocked. I wasn't expecting to get that many in the low date, and especially not find up with the war nickel. But hey, I am not complaining. So here we go. Good luck, everybody. And here we go for the war nickel that we found, 1944. Yeah, Jimmy Glucardi might be lurking. You better hurry up. I'm going to count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And watch it be Nightbot. It's Harrison the Coin Guy. Well, congratulations, Harrison. You are the winner of the 1944 war nickel that we found in tonight's thing. Congratulations to you. So what you need to do, Harrison, because I think you're a first-time winner of my channel, you will need to send me an email to my email address, which I will post in the chat right now. And it is also up here in the right-hand corner, TemporalCoins@gmail.com. So if you send me an email with your YouTube name and your address, I will. Well, that's just Nightbot. It always says that you're not subscribed to the channel, even though you are. So you don't feel offended with that. Penny Dog has to do with it, and just about everybody else. So I know you're subscribed, so you're good. So tell you what, like I said, send me an email. I'll get this out to you as of probably Monday, and off to you. So shoot me that email. You got 7 days to do it. After 7 days, the war nickel will revert back into the kitty and be on some other live stream. But don't let that happen to you. Get that email to me. All right, guys. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you sticking with me throughout the night and having a great stream. It was a wonderful box, more than I could have ever imagined. As always, guys, happy hunting and good luck out there.